What's up, homies? I want to tell you guys about how I'm a master of metal. This might be a joke to you, but at one time in my life, I was really obsessed with metal, welding, cutting, making sculptures out of metal. I wanted to make race cars. I actually made a prototype of a race car in one of my classes. And yeah, I really liked welding. TIG welding, MIG welding, arc welding. I even tried submerged arc welding. What other types of welding? Oxyacetylene welding. Um, we did all kinds of weird stuff. I mean, I went to college for welding, and then I went to another trade school where we learned welding, but it was like I was kind of ahead of that class, to be honest, because I already had welding experience. But then I also did work out in the field welding a little bit. I kind of welded these really large castings. They were like huge. Yeah. They're like this big. They weighed like thousands of pounds, and you had to bring them in with cranes and stuff. That was pretty cool. I liked how like people were looking over my shoulder all the time and like, is he gonna fuck it up? Like I'd have two people over this shoulder, then two people over this shoulder. Like, if he fucks this shit up, it's worth thousands and thousands of dollars. And then they didn't tell me that until later. Like, you know what, that thing that you were welding was worth $13,000, and then like, fuck. I guess they were kind of depending on me to fix. I was pretty much fixing little holes in the porosity. You know, it's like it's kind of a stupid thing. They were made out of aluminum, and when they were machining them, they would come across these little holes. Like when you're in a foundry pouring the aluminum into the mold, there's little bubbles of air inside of the aluminum. You don't know where they're going to show up because it might cool too fast or whatever. So they'll be machining it, and like it could be a critical surface area that has to be utilized. So you have to put it back. You have to put the metal back where it's missing, and then they have to remachine the part back down to size. That was fun because I was kind of like the hero of that shop too. I was the only person that could weld there proficiently. Everybody tried to weld. That's what was so funny about that shit. But if you weld or anything, don't tell anybody. If they have a helmet like this, they're for real. This is an auto darkening welding hood. It has all these different settings as to how dark you want to make it, how fast you want the light to turn on. It has a battery inside, but it's actually powered by the solar panel, so you don't have to recharge the batteries. Alright. So I just kind of want to tell you guys, I just started thinking this morning, like Dr. Drew, his one quote that never makes sense, that's always like really funny to me, is he asks the girls who have like problems, what does your guy do for a living? And if they say anything about working with metal, he goes, "Oh no, oh."